deep pass. Wait, who's that? Wait, there's a man right there to stop him.
Give us something. Give us.
Whoa!
Oh, my God.
Tyreek Hill would have 203 yards in the first quarter.
It's a video game.
First quarter. Third quarter, 2nd and 4. Chiefs in control, 20-10. Tyreek again. Third touchdown this game. All right, so this game's over, right? 27, not so fast. Buccaneers showing a little fight here. Brady in a weird one here, intercepted though. That right there is Tyrann Mathieu, who's going to take it, and he's going to keep going. Going to look to lateral. He's just going to slide up. Brady. It's over. Right now it's over. Again, Brady and the Bucs showed a little bit of fight. Down 10. They scored, and then here's Mike Evans playing with a hobbled ankle. Scores, and all of a sudden we've got a 3-point game. Ensuing Chiefs.
Need to stop him. Just stop the Chiefs.
Stop him once. 3rd and 7. Mahomes.
Oh.
First down, game over. Game over. It's it. You can't stop Mahomes at the end. That's just what teams are learning. Gosh, if it wasn't for that one Raiders game, we'd be talking about 2 undefeated teams in the AFC right now, the Steelers and the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes, 3-point victory, but it was all about you and Tyreek early. What did you have to say after the win?
And that's a really good football team with a lot of talented players. And so we played well enough to win. I still think there was times offensively we could have been better in the second half and in the red zone we talked about, and then defensively they're going to want to try to continue to get better and better each and every week. And that's a great thing about football and the NFL is you build and try to execute and be the best at the end of the season.
Guys, he threw for 359 yards in the first half. That is the most in a first half since like 1978. Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce are now 1st and 2nd in receiving in the NFL, which is absolutely crazy, insane. Nate, what stood out to you? What was the most impressive part?
That they were unstoppable, and that connection between Patrick Mahomes and Tyreek Hill is phenomenal. And let me mention this. Carlton Davis, he might have had a long day, but a few of those throws, he was in perfect coverage as a DB. So, Carlton, hold your head up. Your coach didn't put you in a good position. A couple of times he had you one-on-one with the fastest dude in the world, and he might be the fastest guy in the world. And that's what stood out to me, is that Carlton Davis could be in perfect coverage. Patrick Mahomes can throw the perfect ball, and he's throwing it to the fastest receiver. So even if you think you're in a good situation, even if you think you have a decent game plan, they're going to quick strike you, and it's a wrap from there. So what stood out is that they have the most phenomenal connection. And like I said before, Tyreek Hill has reset the perspective or the narrative that you need a tall, 6'5", Calvin Johnson, Randy Moss-esque wide receiver in the league. No, you don't. You just need a guy that's fast and willing to go up and make every ball that's thrown to him.
There's a new calling card that says a receiver is dominating on a day, and it's not a meme or a GIF or a Nance and Romo. If you see the word flipper trending when a wide receiver is going off, that means they're going ballistic, because that means that Flipper Anderson's record for single game receiving. I've seen it a bunch. It happened with Julio when he had 300 yards, and it was just see Flipper over on the trending top. It says Flipper had 336 yards in 1989, and nobody could catch him. Like, it's like no one can catch Tyreek and no one can catch Flipper Anderson. You think 200 yards in the first quarter, this is the day. This is going to be an historic day where somebody finally, and ironically, Tyreek is flipping into the end zone. I mean, it would have been absolutely perfect, and then no one could catch him. It's one of those records that I respect, and he did it against the Saints in 1989. But I want it to be broken. It's time. We're in a passing era. We're in the era of these freaks and DKs. It's time to run down Flipper. I think this guy's going to do it. And I think he could have done it if they set out to break the record. Just the game plan went other plays, and they kind of slowed him down. But this moment right here, doing a flip, should have been the Flipper day. He got the job, he didn't get the record. I mean, perfect. All you need is a Dolphin and Paul Hogan, Peter. That's all that was missing. Let's go.
That was good. DiMaggio's 56 games and the Flipper Anderson record.
Yes.
It's unbreakable.
Let's break that thing.
Mahomes is really good, but what always stands out for me is, like, they always have the pedal to the metal. Like, they don't ever let up. A lot of teams play it safe at the end and get a little nervous. Like, first, let's go to Mahomes in the fourth quarter here. This is a 2nd down, and just look at, you're trying to stop him here. You're in a 1-point game. No, this is a deep pass to Tyreek. But if we go to the Mahomes...
Oh, the end, yeah.
The end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are fun to watch, though, again, Peter.
Yeah, it's good.
This is must-see.
Yeah, this is good. Look, fake lateral.
Fake lateral was awesome. I liked that.
Mahomes stuff is great, but when you talk about the end, they get 3rd and 8 here. Okay, here's we go. 2nd and 9. This is it. Now, everyone else is like, all right, run the ball. There's a minute left to go. Like, just put a knee on it. Mahomes says 3rd and 7, and Andy Reid's like, throw it, Patrick.
Game.
In the game. There's no conservative play calling. It's like, let's just put this game on ice.
Risky.
And they put all the trust and all the faith in Mahomes' arm, when a lot of coaches would be like, all right, let's do the math here. We've got a minute left, and if we take a knee, and then if we hand off, we punt. Mahomes, throw the ball. Risk the incomplete. Stop the clock. I don't care. Mahomes, just throw it. I love that faith that Reid has in him, and that's what makes him so hard to beat, because there is the 100% confidence that no matter what, the other team's not going to get the ball if the ball's in Mahomes' hands.
I was watching this game. I've watched it in the past couple of weeks. It's must-see TV. We all know that. We sit there, and I find myself saying, just give him the Super Bowl trophy. Like this, there's so much going on. But I ask you, Peter, because you just made a point that I sort of don't feel when I'm watching them. Why are they letting teams like the Bucs hang around? Why, like, oh, they're 0-3 in the red. Like, why is it so close? Like, such a dominant performance.
Bucs are a good team.
They squeaked by the Raiders. The Panthers even. It's like, why is it so, isn't it kind of weird that it's so close at the end? By the end, I think it's a little weird.
Yeah, look, I don't think they're looking to be the #1 ranked team in college football.
They're winning. Like,
I don't think they care about their points. They're not worried about Vegas and how much they win by. Like, at the end of the day, they beat the Chargers in that close game. They beat the Raiders last week.
And you're never nervous. Like, I'm never nervous, even when it gets close. Yeah, me too.
Never nervous with the ball in his hands at the end. And that's kind of the frustration part. If you're the other team, you're like, all right, we're just getting one more shot, but you don't get another shot. I think puts you down.
I think my point is, instead of just giving them the trophy because the games are so close, they're close. They're not blowing teams out, even though they look so dominant in every aspect and every side of the game. It's not going to be a cakewalk in the AFC, and I'm here for that.
Well, you have to imagine, how did they win the trophy in the first place? It was a close game to the San Francisco 49ers, so they're okay with winning as long as they win. All right, let's get some highlights. This was a wild one. The Saints, Broncos, okay.
Something.
Yeah, it was something. So Kendall Hinton was activated on the roster because 4 of the Broncos quarterbacks had COVID issues. So Kendall Hinton was out there doing his best. I believe me, 1 for 9, 13 yards, and a couple interceptions. Here's one. That was Taysom Hill.